Hey guys, it's FPO Tips and welcome back to another deadline stream. Hi Harshir, hi Collins. Please let me know if you guys can hear me and see me clearly. Yep, we'll be discussing a bit of news and mostly captaincy because that's what it's down to this game week. Thanks Harshir. I think more people will join. I've posted it on Instagram, so we just wait about 30 seconds and then we'll get into it. Although I have made my 3 moves, so there are no moves to make. There is Udogi, that's sort of a news that will come in this tonight before the deadline, I think, if we're starting or not. So hopefully we'll have some sort of news there. Hi Melon. Botman to Simicast or Botman plus Neto to Mitoma plus Lascelles. I think Mitoma. That's sort of a better move over Neto. Hi Somesh. I'm good. Jensen, Douglas Luiz, Gordon. Whom, if you can, Gordon is priority. In that bracket, Gordon, Palmer, and then Douglas Luiz. Those are the three. If you can go slightly above, then Mitoma. Hi Obi. He says keeper Ariola, Turner. Defense is the same. Salah, Son, Maddis, Pedro Neto, and James Ward-Prowse. That's sort of a middling midfield. Maybe switch to Gordon. One of them could go there. And Archer. 2 free transfers in the bank. What would you change? I would ideally get Watkins. Alvarez to Watkins if possible, and downgrade maybe a Madison to a Gordon. That should allow you to get enough. If you don't have enough money, maybe then consider selling Haaland. Maybe if you want to get to Watkins without downgrading Madison, and then you can possibly upgrade James Ward-Prowse or Pedro Neto. I think that's probably a whole sort of a better move for your team, because you have Trippier in there as well. No, I did not wildcard. I wildcard in game week 8, so that's out of the way. I made 2 moves or 3 moves actually, or -4. So that's in there for my team. Buema to Mitoma for a -4, I would do it. Would you take a -4 this game week to save the wildcard maybe for 19 or something? So yes, you can do that if your wildcard team is almost the same, about 8-9 players, maybe 10. Then it's fine to take a -4 and set up that way. But this is a good game week to wildcard, so this is a good pivoting point if you want to wildcard and save like that -4 and completely shuffle around your team. Have 2 free transfers, Son, Saka and Lascelles to Simicast. I have Udogi and Saka is a must have. Son to Saka seems like a odd sideways move. I wouldn't really do it because Son again is nailed down on penalties. Saka keeps giving away his penalties, and so I know that Saka has Sheffield this week, but again they have a very tough fixture next game week, and then beyond that they have good fixtures. I think I'll keep Son, try getting Saka for maybe Madison. What do you think of Douglas Luiz instead of Gordon? I think there is penalties that swing it majorly, but Gordon sort of has a lot of open play XGI, and which I think puts in his favor. Also, Newcastle are tough for attacking stats right now in the league, so you would want to have someone who's nailed on from that top attacking team. Would you go without Salah to save wildcard? No, I would not. Madison to Saka for a free transfer, or Son to Saka? I think Madison. Simicast, Trippier, Gabriel, Torres, bench 1. I think out of the lot, I would, if I had to, Simicast, because I think Nottingham Forest have the goal threat. The other 3 teams are most likely nil clean sheets. At higher ranks, which is better, Watkins or Salah captain to go, or to go Son captain as a differential? I think Watkins is a good differential there. Selling Haaland allows Trippier, Alvarez, Mitoma, worth it. Just Trippier, Alvarez, Mitoma, I'm not sure. If it allows you a midfielder, Saka, Son, Salah and Madison, probably yes, and maybe even Bowen. Good 4.7 midfielder option. At 4.7, I don't think there are any good options. You can probably just stick around with playing option there. At 4.7, I don't think there is options. As far as I know, the last decent option at that price point is Palmer at 5. That's the best one. At 4.8, if you can see, Sar could be there. Yeah, that's the only option. Nakamba is also playing, so you can go there, but Sar is a decent option. He has some sort of a goal threat to him as well. 4.7 Garnacho for the bench. I would get Sar. I'm sort of waiting for more news on Udogi. Hopefully we get something here. Please tell me, should I start Solanke or Pedro Porro? If I had the two, I would take a chance on Solanke. I think there's a huge upside to him this game week with the fixture. Pedro Porro he has like a sort of a 6 point ceiling and base, but Solanke could haul bigger. So I think I'll go Solanke. Is Udogi fit? Yes, he's fit. He's fit enough to be on the bench. I don't know if he's fit enough to start and will and like start him. So that's sort of, and even if he does start, there's always going to be a chance that he's subbed off early. Two free transfers, bring in Simikas, another defender for Akanji, or Akanji plus Diaby to Simikas plus Bowen. I think Diaby hold, so I would get Simikas, another defender for Akanji and whoever you're selling. I wouldn't jump out of Diaby just before there are three good fixtures. Bowen, Andingra, and Archer to, or Mitoma, Palmer, and João Pedro. I think Bowen, Andingra, and Archer. I think I like that pairing, but much better. Onan, Kaizen has sent in his team. Watkins, Haaland, and Pedro can get to this with wildcard with a hit. Should I say wildcard? I think Salah is the difference. Apart from that, there is. I think you can cover it for another game week. Maybe with two free transfers, let go of Haaland and then you can get Salah. Overall, the team looks decent. Yes. Mitoma, Diaby on wildcard. I think Mitoma. He's got better fixtures long term. I have Haaland, Salah, Son, Watkins, Trippier, Madison. How to get Saka? Madison down. Good. I think Madison out will help you. Captaincy, as of now, I think the safest captain should be Salah. The only difference why I like Salah over Watkins and Saka is penalties, and that could swing it a lot because he will, if there is a penalty and Nottingham Forest concede a lot of penalties, I think he'll be the one who'll take it, and he'll for sure take it. With the other players, Watkins is not on penalty, so he doesn't really have that chance. Despite Luton being the worst team away from home, Sheffield United are second worst, but again, Saka does not take a lot of penalties as well. He really gives it away to other people who want it, so that will swing it a lot. I think Salah, that is why purely on penalties, is the best captain. If you're looking at stats and data, I think Luton are the worst team away from home. They are if Watkins had penalty, he would have been the best captain. If you want to go differential, you can still go there, but purely to be safe, I think Salah, and then Saka because he's got penalties, and then Watkins in that order. Considering I don't own Watkins, should I get in Diaby or Mitoma long term? If you can't get to Watkins, then Diaby should be a priority because that will get you some sort of an Aston Villa cover. I have Haaland, Son, Salah, Watkins, Trippier, Madison. Again, how to get Saka? Probably Madison downgrade. Part says Trent, Trippier, Cash, Salah, Son, Madison, Bowen, Diaby, Watkins, Alvarez. One free transfer, what to do? I think it's a good, just save it. It's a good team. If you have money, then Madison to Saka, that's what I would do, but otherwise save. We'll get news on Udogi. Probably wait for a couple of more minutes. I think there's 20 minutes to deadline. Probably closer to the deadline, we'll have some news. Simicas or Gabriel, considering the next 5 fixtures, I would go Gabriel, and specifically this fixture because I think there is chances that he could be on the score sheet as well because Sheffield United are very bad defending set pieces, so that's also there. I am sort of. Is Adingra an option? He is an option. He will get minutes, but again, Ansu Fati could start that side as well. So, and plus his numbers are not that great. Despite him getting minutes, his numbers are not good. So I would not really jump onto him like he is a must-have, but it's an option you can go to. Bench Neto, Gabriel, or Burn. If I had to, maybe Neto. I would keep the other two. Cash, Udogi, Kufal, Burn, Madison, Haaland, Watkins, Baldock. I have 2 free transfers. What should I change? In that team with Madison, Son, Neto, Salah, and James Ward-Prowse, I think you have a decent team. Udogi is something you can address. Sufal is something you can address. And I think that's it. Madison to Saka for a free. That's good. Augustus says 4.7 million defender. I think Simicas is the one you would go in that price range. Would you do Madison to Martinelli? I send the team above. I would take a chance if you can't get to Saka, but ideally if you're planning to for this game week for the next 2, fair enough. But eventually you should be planning to do Martinelli to Saka again. So it will just be a burn of a transfer. But if you can afford, fair enough. Yes, guys, I will put out the Udogi news as soon as I have something. But yes. Udogi to Van de Ven, Simicast or Gabriel. I think Gabriel. Van de Ven is a good option, but again, Gabriel is better. I think that's what I feel. No Saka, no Sun. Without those two, it's gonna get tough. Darwin over Alvarez on wildcard. If I was wildcarding right now, I would take a chance on Darwin, but I would make sure I have Haaland in that case. But don't go without a City player. On a wildcard, do you think it's a good opportunity for Alvarez and to go for Alvarez and drop Haaland and get Haaland after around 16? Yeah, I think it's a good option. Yeah. I think it's a decent, viable strategy. Trippier Alvarez to Watkins Gabriel for a -4. Have Son, Salah, Haaland already. Um, Trippier, I think it's a good move. Sacrificing Trippier for getting Watkins and Gabriel, I think it's a good, and that to keeping Haaland, it's a good move. Mitoma or Diaby on wildcard again depends. If you don't have Watkins, Diaby has to be priority. Otherwise, Mitoma is much better long term. Kaizen has sent in his team without a hit. Should I say wildcard? Salah and a 4.4 million for Madison and Son next week. I think that can work but not on the cost of Madison and Son. If you are so cashed out on getting probably Salah, you should consider selling Trippier. That is one. Otherwise, Haaland. The third option then should be wildcard if you can't get Salah that way. Simicast or Pau Torres start one. I would start I would actually start Pau Torres. Yeah, give it a shot. I think it's a nailed on clean sheet there. Nottingham can score. Best 5.6 million midfielder. I think Gordon. He's 5.6. Yeah. Have Madison, Palmer, Salah, Bowen. Forwards are Darwin, Watkins, Haaland. Is this decent or am I really missing Son, Saka? I think it can cover for a short period of time, but eventually you will want to have these players. So you probably need to start planning. I think it's because of your formation in being a 3-4-3, it's decent. But either one of them could be becoming necessary, especially Saka, because you have no Arsenal players in your team. Is Ferguson from Brighton a good option? Yes, I think he'll start the Premier League games. Mitoma or Bowen on a wildcard? Bowen, hands down, he's better. Somesh has sent in his team Watkins, but running -3.9. Okay, he's made the moves. He is -3.9. So if I had to, Visa downgrade to a 4.5. I think that will give you 2 million. And Trippier down. I think those are the two moves. To keep Son, Bowen, Palmer, Salah, Haaland and Watkins, I would downgrade Trippier and Visa. Yep, that's where the money will come from. Guehi, Maguire, Potter as bench option. I think Maguire is a decent bench option if you want to go there, but I like Guehi. I like him. Crystal are solid defensively and will get better. There are obviously games where they're bad, but again, it will get better. Why are we not expecting Haaland Hall against United? The defense is so bad. We are. Nobody's saying that he won't Hall, so it's probably necessary that you have him, but I wouldn't really captain him. It doesn't. The problem with City is their creativity. They've had last two games as the lowest XG ever. I wouldn't really take a chance. Is -12 worth it to get Saka and Son? Only catch I lose Haaland. Foolish. -12, yes. Not losing Haaland, probably not. -12 is. Again, 5.6 million. Gordon has to be the best midfielder there. Play Burn or Simicast? I would play Burn. Start Colville versus Brentford or Heechan versus Newcastle. I think Colville. There's a decent chance that there's a possibly, if not a clean sheet and assist, so go there. Madison and Saka or Son and someone cheaper. I think Madison Saka seems good. Depends if you're okay. But if you're okay, Son has the explosivity. If you're not going to captain, if you're never planning to captain Son, I think then it's fine. Luis and Watkins double, I think it's good, but very short term. If Gordon is 5.7, then I think at 5.6, probably go Palmer. Don't go at that price. I think he rose in price. That is why he rose in price today. He was 5.6 when I was considering him. So if that's the issue, I think at 5.6, go Palmer. He's probably the better one. And then if you want to punt, maybe Douglas Luiz. But Palmer, I think, would be a better option. He's probably long term as well. Okay, maybe we're trying to. We might have some news. Let's see. No news as of now. Madison to Bowen and then go Pelistri to Palmer. That's a tough. If you have Son, I would do it. Watkins as the captain is third choice for me. I think it's Salah, probably Saka second, and then Watkins third. I don't think Spurs would go against Crystal Palace this week. Makes me want to do Spurs asset to Arsenal assets. I did the same thing. So the logic is Maddison will have to go certainly a bit deeper than usual, and that is why I sold Maddison. Although he sort of is good at these games, but again, I think it will be a tough game. Again, Chelsea could be a tough game. Then they have Wolves who can set up deep. I don't see huge hauls, and that is why. And I think very likely Son is on penalty. He's playing striker, so wanted to keep him. Are you selling Udogi? If Udogi doesn't start, or if I have no news, I might be taking the plunge and getting Gabriel. That's where I am at the moment. Yes, that's where I am. Rashford out and Simicas and Sanan, definitely. Definitely. Watkins for Alvarez, I would do it. Start Gordon, Scar, Udogi, Simicas. Any two. If I had to start to Scar and Gordon. Hands down. Odegaard to Saka, I would do it if there is an option. Odegaard has lost his creativity by huge margins, and that's the problem. That's why the hauls are not coming in for him. There's no assist in there. Bench one, Darwin, Diaby, Bowen, or Alvarez. If I had to bench one, I would go Alvarez. Triple up on Villa, Watkins, Diaby in cash. It's good to triple up on Villa for the next three, but again, it will be a hard time removing them afterwards. So I think double at max. Is Diaz enough to saving me from no Salah? No, I don't think so. My gut feeling is going Madison and Son to Saka and Martinelli. Would you do it? I wouldn't, because Tottenham are the second best team in terms of attack. I wouldn't really risk it. And Arsenal haven't found their mojo. Again, they've only thrashed Bournemouth 3+ goals. So wouldn't really bank that much on Arsenal. They can obviously score big against Sheffield, but again, next game is Newcastle, where again it will be sort of problematic. I wouldn't take a chance. Will Richarlison play? I think he'll play, yes. Captain Chaos Darwin, good captaincy shot. Will he even start? He will start for sure, but again, I wouldn't captain. Watkins for Alvarez for a -8, that's huge. If you don't want a captain, I wouldn't go there. For a -8, I think a lot of people asked about as well for Watkins at -8. I wouldn't, especially if you're not going to captain him. Is Bowen or Mitoma -4 worth it? I think it is. I think it is a good move. Depends on who you're buying him for, but yes. Play Simicas or Pedro Porro? I would play Pedro Porro there. Let's see if there is there some news. 10 minutes there to deadline. If there is no news on Udogi, I'm very likely to make the -8 plunge and let go of Udogi. Yeah, because I don't know when will I next be doing this move. Is McTominay over Palmer a good shot or not? I think Palmer, he's on penalties. That's the difference. I heard Johnson will play. Is this correct? I don't know if he's completely even fit to start, so I wouldn't really trust it. Best wildcard defense. If I was on wildcard, I would go Trippier or maybe someone from Newcastle if you can't afford Trippier. Simicas, that's 2. Gabriel, that's 3. 4th defender is sort of tricky. I might consider an Arsenal double up because I won't consider Arsenal attacking double up, so that's me going there 4, and then the 5th dummy midfielder, maybe cash for the time being. Do you think Newcastle could concede this game? Very unlikely. I don't think so. On wildcard, should I keep Haaland or bring in Alvarez and Darwin? I think Alvarez Darwin could be a good shout on wildcard. Madison or someone else on wildcard. If you can get Saka, then that would be a good option. Otherwise, Madison is fine. Salah or Haaland? I think Salah. Upgrade Mitoma to Bowen or Madison to Son. Madison to Son. Bowen and Udogi to Gabriel and Simicas for 2 free transfers. I would do it. Yes, if I have no news, I'm planning to sell Udogi to Gabriel. I think there is enough goal threat to consider this move. And if there is no news, the problem is if there is no guaranteed news of Udogi starting, even if he does start, he could come off before the 60 again. That's very likely and very possible. So I don't really want to risk it. I think there is enough, despite the -8, I think there is enough upside to it. Can I see? I have no news, no leaks. So as of now, no leaks. I'll just sort of keep. I'm planning to sell him for Botman if I can afford. I don't think I can. Let's see. I think he's 4.7 and I have exactly 4.7. Yep, Gabriel 4.7. So I can afford him exactly for Botman. I think Botman is out, so probably worth the -4. But yeah, this seems like the team to me. I think Gabriel. I know Simicast is a good option. He's also on set pieces, certain especially corners, but I wouldn't really take a chance. I'm waiting for Udogi news. I don't have it right now. Son or Madison Son. Best wildcard midfield. I think Saka, Salah, Son, Bowen, and Gordon. That's probably the best one. Oli Watkins as captain. I think is a good shout. Buemo, Bruno Morris to Bowen, Palmer, Watkins. I would do 100% do that move. Saka to Son for a hit. I wouldn't do it. So Ludogi for a -4. If he's not starting, if there is no news, I would consider. Again, I'm trying to sort of get news if there is anything available, but there doesn't seem to be. Yeah. Yep, no news as of now, so I think it's sort of a risk. I get no news. Are you sure to bench Neto between Burn, Neto, and Gabriel? He's been in good form. The opposition is great too, so they've been in a good form as well. So I wouldn't really risk it. Yeah, I think I'm sure. Who are you captaining? I'm captaining at the moment. It's on Saka, so I wouldn't lie. It's on Saka as of now, but I'm slight of 50-50 on Salah. I'm not captaining Watkins for sure. It's between Saka and Salah for me. Yep, there seems absolutely no noise and no news as of now. I'm still trying and hopeful to get something, but it seems very unlikely. Yep, there seems no news as of now. Kush Chaudhary has sent in $4.9. He said Haaland and Gordon for to Alvarez and Saka. No Arsenal asset for me. Top 285k, two free transfers have Madison and Son. I think you can hold on to Haaland instead of getting Alvarez. Maybe hold on to Haaland. To get Saka, you can go Madison to Saka. That's probably an easier move. Or maybe you can downgrade some defender to get in Saka. I think I won't really sell Haaland to get Saka. That's something you can consider. If you have an expensive keeper or a defender, do that. Any no Haaland teams that you can blur out, it's the same. I think stick to the same midfield. Instead of getting Haaland, probably have an up top of Watkins, Darwin, and you can go with Alvarez. So that sorts you out. And with the extra money, you can probably upgrade Gordon to Madison, so you have a stronger midfield. Yeah, Joao Pedro should start. Yes, we'll set my team 2 minutes to go. I don't think we'll get news. It's too late. It's too close to the deadline. Yeah, I think it's too close to the deadline to get news. I will still try it. I'm still trying to shuffle around, like get some news. But yeah, doesn't. I think I don't think I have news. I don't think, guys. I think with captaincy also I might just shift it to I think I'll 3 minutes. There's no news. I don't think I will have news. So yeah, just let's go for it. Thanks for joining the stream and helping out people. I think Palmer or Dingra. Palmer has to be. I asked Son to Saka, not Saka to Son for it. I think Son to Saka is pretty much tough. I wouldn't do it. Son to Saka unless you're captaining Saka. Don't do it. Please stay for a few minutes after the deadline. Got a question? Okay, guys. Yes. Simicast or Trippier? I would go Trippier, obviously. What about Douglas Lewis? If you can't afford if you don't want Palmer, if you want to double up with the penalties and Watkins, go there. Okay, let me make the move. I'm doing the Gabriel move. I have sort of an inclination to confirm the -4 there, so that's a pretty huge hit. I've got Digne coming in for. No, I will not take the chance now. Digne coming in for Udogi here. Udogi on the bench, and I will go with Saka captaincy. Uh, that's actually the call. Saka or Son Salah. I think. I think Nottingham have conceded more chances, so I'm just checking that. Actually, I'll stick it to Saka. I think there is enough for Saka to clinch it with captaincy. And let's go. I would save the team. This is how we set up. My team is Areola, Cash, Gabriel, Digne, Son, Bowen, Salah, Palmer, Saka, Captain, Haaland, and Watkins. Udogi first bench. Bench Udogi, Pedro, Palmer, Diaz, Madison. Out of the lot, I would not bench. I would bench Udogi and probably Pedro. The other three are too good at form as well. Mitoma and Gordon or Adingra and Bowen. Mitoma, Gordon, I think. Salah or Watkins captain. Salah, hands down. Palmer, Saka, Maguire or Madison, Gordon, Guehi. Palmer, Saka, Maguire. Bowen or Alvarez. I think Alvarez. Alvarez on the bench, I think. Yeah, Alvarez on the bench. If that's the question. No news. Apparently, zero news. Everyone's on Salah captaincy. Douglas is also on 4 yellow cards. There's something to consider. There's 1 minute, about 30 seconds left. Please save your team, guys. And yeah, that's about it. Bowen or Madison? If I had to, Bowen. I think I find it better. Play Wilson or Simicast? I would play. I think I'll play Wilson, not Simicast. He's nailed on. I think he'll start as well. Yeah. With Isaac out, he's nailed on. He should start. And with that question, we have deadline. There's no news on Udogi. He could or could not start, but I wouldn't really take a chance. Most people think he should. But again, early substitute is a thing that I've made the move there. I've made 4 moves this game week, which is unlike usual plans. Which is I've taken out Alvarez for Watkins. There's Madison out for Saka. Buemo to Palmer and Botman to Gabriel. Yep, that's the team and that's the lineup. Play Sanchez or Areola? If I had to, I would play Areola. A lot rides on Palmer this game week and Saka captaincy. Yep. Did Madison to Martinelli? What do you think? I think it's a good option with Madison playing deeper. I think it could work out well. The only worry is that with Jesus sort of not sure if he'll start or not. I don't know if Martinelli will be pushed inside or outwards. That's always going to be a dilemma. Subbed Udogi for Burn. I think you shouldn't have subbed, but fair enough. I think someone said that you need to stick around for a couple of minutes because he has some questions. I'll just stick around for that. So here's my question. Areola, Turner, Gabriel, Cash, Burn, Poro, Mitchell, Salah, Madison, Sun, Diaby, Neto, Haaland, Alvarez, Archer. 2 free transfers next game week. What moves should I bring in to make Trippier or Watkins long term? Neither of them can be long term, especially Watkins because he's got really middling fixtures eventually. I think the only way you could next game week is downgrade Alvarez. I think Alvarez out to get in Watkins. And to fund that money, you can go either Madison down or since you have a weak midfield, sort of a middling midfield already with Diaby and Neto, probably Sun down. That's the only 2 options I see. Did Guardiola, Rashid to Simicast? And I think those are good moves. Alvarez, James Ward-Prowse, Neto in Gordon, Palmer, Watkins. I think those are good moves as well. Especially with Watkins, Neto playing Newcastle, James Ward-Prowse. Again, he was sort of looking in a form, but he's playing much more deeper now. Suchek could be again subbed out. So he might stick into the mid block of the pitch, and I think it's fair enough to remove James Ward-Prowse this game week. But yeah, that's sort of a good sign and a good team. I think given your team next game week, if Watkins thrashes huge, I would prioritize him and get him for Alvarez. Wait for the game week. If not, I would just hold on to this team. No, I would make one change, which is probably around Madison to not even Saka. I would hold on. Actually, just waste a move. Neto to a Gordon. That's as simple as it gets. If not Gordon Palmer, just use that transfer somewhere or maybe on a defender and just hold that the other transfer. In 12, you can do Saka in, and that is when you can do Haaland out or Alvarez out. Fair enough. Haaland hat-trick chances this game. There's very likely that he scores a hat-trick. With no Casemiro, no first choice defense and Maguire playing, it's very likely. But I think Aditya, your question is answered. I think very likely just you will have to burn a transfer because can't really sell Haaland and Alvarez before Bournemouth. It's just too harsh. Is Son a necessity or can I sell next game? I think he's sort of a necessity. He's playing very good. Unless you see drastic changes in their performance, which I don't see happening, they are a necessity this season. Man, I've seen your stream and used to. Yeah, because I haven't got my beard trim and a haircut, and that should change eventually. And it's because of the time zone as well. I'm pretty much in a very bad time zone right now. So sleep is probably not there at the moment. Thanks for the answers. Predicts for this game week. United and Chelsea finish top 6 at least. I don't think they'll finish top 6 this season. I don't think Chelsea will finish top 6 this season. United, there's a middling chance. Ansu Fati is not an option. He's getting rotated very often. He's not first choice for Premier League. They're using him for Europa. So wouldn't go there. And this game week prediction, apart from United versus City, there's no big game which I don't think United will win. It's pretty straightforward. Crystal Spurs, I expect Crystal to lose 2-0 or a 2-1. Chelsea, again, I expect us to concede. It could be a 1-all or a 2-1 towards Brentford, but I'm not sure on that. Arsenal should comfortably win 2-0 or 3-0 versus Sheffield. Burnley, I expect Bournemouth to at least level at 2-1 all. Wolves 0-2 Newcastle. West Ham, I think, will win comfortably 2-0 or 2-1 to Everton. Villa 3-0 to Luton. Brighton, I think, will win comfortably 2-0 or 3-0 to Fulham. Liverpool, again, 2-0 to Nottingham. Maybe 2-1, I'm not sure. 3-1 or 2-0, I'm not sure. And United City, I think, is a thrashing. I think I wouldn't be surprised 3-4, 5-0. Could be anything. Who will win the league, Anshuman, your prediction? I think it will come down to, again, City, Arsenal. Maybe Arsenal. I hope it's Tottenham the way they play. I like how things are happening there, but it's too much to expect out of Tottenham. So maybe Arsenal has a chance. They've got the taste of coming second. They will know how to handle the pressure this time. So I think they have a good chance. I hope Saka cooks this game week. But yeah, thank you, Kunal. Went to wildcard. Instead, if you can, wildcard next game week as well. If you don't feel your team is in that shape, you don't need it. Probably game week 19 after the blank. Okay, I think that's a good move, Rishabh. I think apart from Bowen, I have Palmer as I did not have funds from instead of cash in Simicast. Fair enough. What are the Chelsea and United lacking even after so much spending? It's sort of tactics. With Pochettino, he's getting the tactics a lot, like completely wrong in terms, but he's sort of figuring it out. The double pivot, Caicedo and Enzo worked out, so maybe he continues trying that. It's also the injuries that is happening to Chelsea, and United have also had a huge list of injuries this season. So probably some sort of bad luck with them as well, if I could associate. But United is also the atmosphere around the club at the moment. Every now and then there's sort of some problem, and they're hugely reliant on output in terms of Rashford. If Rashford is out of form, they have no output of goals, and that is also affecting them a lot. Their numbers are not bad. The data is not bad. The finishing is absolutely bad. So that boils down to Rashford essentially, because he's had last year he was carrying them, and this year he's totally out of form. Thank you, Harshit. But on that, we'll wrap it up because it is time that I need to go. I have a class. So yeah, we'll wrap it up, guys. We'll see you on the next deadline stream. Hopefully, we'll do a Sunday deadline stream. Maybe a watch along for the City game. Let's see how it goes, but I will try. But on that note, we'll wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining. This is FPL Tips signing off. Cheers.